Okay, so Amazon Japan FBA video 2. So I think, let me think, the last video I posted, I was mostly just waiting for stuff to arrive and for it to get listed after I shipped it off. So as of now, about a week, a little more, 10 days later, um, I've sent off my third shipment today to the warehouse in Chiba. And I try to keep the amounts pretty small. I think my biggest order for one product is like 18 units, and then there was kind of a mixed variety one with like 40. So pretty small and very manageable shipping fees. I just got a mail today for two of the three shipments saying that they've arrived and are being processed. So, again, I don't know how fast the turnaround is with Amazon. So I'm hoping, by tomorrow morning they'll be up, and ideally people will buy everything right away. But I don't have any data about how long things take. Although I know the Japanese society is a pretty strong consumer society, and I have a few acquaintances and contacts I've made who are involved in sales here, and they say, as long as what you're selling is quality, Japanese people will pay a premium for it. So when I was doing research, I looked for, premium items, as best I could. But without the data on what's selling and what's not, I don't know, it's weird. It's kind of a gray zone. I've never been involved in this type of business. Um, I worked as a bartender once, and I've done a lot of stuff in restaurants, and basically evenings and weekends are busy. But for retail, and especially online retail, when it's available 24 hours a day, it's going to be interesting to kind of get a feel for it. I haven't had too many issues. Amazon makes things pretty user-friendly in terms of getting things listed, and their process for shipping things in is also pretty user-friendly. They really walk you through step by step. Although the first shipment, I was kind of like, I hope I'm doing this right, because it's, whenever you're investing in something, there's always a feeling of kind of risk and a little bit of concern of things not going right. But that's why I followed the advice of starting small and kind of gaining experience, as you should with anything. It's just common sense. I did choose with products. I got quite a few different products. I think about 19. I added them all up, and they cover a pretty broad area. They're all kind of from different categories. There's some crossover, but I wanted to do that for a couple reasons. First was just to get inventory out there. I figure, it's really not that much more difficult to order 10 things than it is to order, 4 or 5, and the same goes with shipping it off once it arrives. And then that should give me kind of a barometer for how things in different categories move. But as it stands, I have zero data. All I know is that some of these things are on Amazon and they have a pretty good profit margin. Although one item in particular dropped to like a third of the price I originally saw it listed, and that was kind of surprising because it should be going for what it was originally listed, but I think the seller is trying to match somebody somewhere else, so it created a price war, and that happens, I suppose. I mean, everyone wants to move their stuff. Another issue I never even thought about was the fact that if you order direct from a manufacturer, the product they send you, in my experience, doesn't have any kind of ID, like a UPC or an EAN. And even if the product is available on Amazon US, the ASIN is not transferable to to Amazon Japan. So I've learned now, from now on, if I want something to get in and on the site quickly, I should do kind of a trial listing on Amazon Japan to make sure it's in their inventory, because that's so easy. If it's already there, you know, you just click the Sell Yours button, enter the quantity, and you know, create an SKU and ship it off. But if it's not in the inventory, you have to go through an approval process. And so as it is now, I've got a little bit less than half of what I've ordered is completely unidentifiable in the Amazon catalog. So I've been corresponding with seller support about what to do, and they've been really helpful. But you know, nevertheless, it's still going to take a little bit of time. There's a lot of just little frustrating things. It's like dealing with a bureaucracy. I mean, any kind of business venture, there's going to be so much happening in the background that's, you know, the end user is going to have no idea about. So I'm trying to just, you know, pace myself and do what I can do every day, a little bit here, a little bit there, between, you know, work at my English school and family, and, you know, I might even get some time for just, you know, regular daily life once or twice a week. So that's kind of where I stand now. I'm waiting for things to get up on the inventory, waiting to see how they sell, and waiting to get approved in a few different categories, and waiting to get a few new products listed on Amazon so I can sell them. And once that happens, you know, once I have the data going, I'll know a little bit more about where to focus, you know, this category, this item, and also what to order more of. So it's, you know, it's tempting to kind of get like a little bit stressed out about it. I've been staying up late a lot of nights working on stuff, and at the same time balancing my my day job, and I also do some other kind of side work here in Japan outside of teaching English. So, you know, basically I'm really busy, and there's just not enough time to do everything in the time frame I want it done, and I feel this temptation to be like, oh man, this is really hard, but you know, I've got to kind of take a step back and be like, whoa, 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 just relax and enjoy it. You know, there's nothing, I mean, nothing really to lose here. At worst, it's just going to take longer than I thought, and I might not make as much profit as I originally calculated. But, you know, perspective is so important in life in general, and it's really what can make or break your business or your health or your relationships with people. So it's a good good exercise in kind of branching out and you know, learning some more skills, and in doing that, you know, learning a little bit more about myself and how to interact with people and in business and things. So just trying to pace myself, and hoping for the best. You know, I mean, the way they have it set up, it removes so much of the trouble. So my plan is to, you know, give Amazon Japan a really sincere go, and hopefully, you know, within the first 6 months or maybe possibly a year, I don't know. Like I say, I have no data, no idea how long it's going to take. I want to at least recoup what I've invested in ordering the products themselves, and, you know, things like labels and printers, and I ordered I'm pretty serious about this. You know, I've invested not a whole lot of money by any means when it comes to starting a business, but just want to go step by step, build it up, and then possibly in the future move into other online channels here in Japan. And they do exist, and they're a lot more established than Amazon. But Amazon's big advantage is they're just so user-friendly, and they have fulfillment. And for those either you know, selling from outside Japan, or for those who live here in Japan but, you know, don't have business-level Japanese, Amazon can accommodate you. The other channels here, you for some of them, you pretty much need a dedicated staff, and it has to be your main job. Others, it's more like eBay, But I'd like to give those a try too, because there's so much variance in the online retail world. You know, it's surprising how much the price of an item can vary across different marketplaces. So in the end, I'm just trying to look at it as kind of a way to learn more and make more money and have a little fun while doing it. And you know, if it goes really well, it'd be great to be able to go home more often and to actually be making money when I'm out of the country. And that's ideal, right? Like that's a really pretty amazing lifestyle to aspire to. So we'll see how it goes. There I am, waiting for my stuff to show up in the Amazon inventory, waiting to get approved, waiting to make sales, waiting to get data, and you know, waiting to see what's going to happen. So that's it for this one. So thanks for watching, and feel free to post any comments, any questions about, you know, my experiences, life in Japan, advice if you want to do what I'm doing. Although again, I'm a total beginner. Want to make that clear. There's so many resources out there, people who are making a really decent living doing this kind of thing. So this is just my way of giving a little back. So you know, hopefully in a year's time I'll have more to share and be taken more seriously for doing so. But until next time, all right.